What's up, everybody? Nick Powell's publisher of 1851franchise.com and CEO of The Growth Club. So, naturally, a question that you're going to ask yourself when looking to buy a franchise is, what can I afford? Now, there's a lot of different materials and recipes that can go into what you can afford. There's things that you can leverage: your home, your family, your bank. And so figuring out what you can afford is not as simple as saying, go do this and you know what you can afford. But here's my recommendation. I call it the rule of three. And I always go back to this point that if you can afford three of them, then it gives you a sense of where you can potentially scale your business, which can hopefully drive the wealth that you're trying to create. When you buy one franchise, can you make money at it? Sure. But ultimately, a majority of franchise buyers buy into a business because they dream of a better wealth scenario. And therefore, if you bought one, you might not be able to build the wealth that you want. So we call it the rule of three, because if you could get three units operating, let's say gross revenue is $500,000 at each, now at $1.5 million, plus economies of scale because you're able to leverage your staff and your team and your mind to try to pull more cash out of that, then what I can afford, when you look at three units, it should align with actually what you want to make. So sometimes the better question is, well, what's your vision? What are you trying to accomplish? How much money are you trying to make? Or what does success or winning look like? Because if you answer that, then figuring out what you can afford changes, because you might be willing to have more grit and hustle in how you're going to finance that business. And there's many different areas that you can look under. You can pick up rocks and find money in many places: SBA, franchise lenders, even the franchisor sometimes will finance part of the business. And so if it's me, the two things that I think are critical are, one, the rule of three. Can you afford to buy three of these? And that doesn't mean all the cash down on day one. It just means, can you afford to own three? And then more importantly, what is winning to you, so that now when you're looking backwards and saying, okay, what fits into what I can afford? How much can I potentially make off of these? And how does it align with what I'm actually trying to accomplish from a winning standpoint? It'll line up the answer a little bit clearer, so that when you're making these decisions, you're pointing always back to what your vision is for what success looks like as a franchise owner.